But hey, I just got to say, that's leadership right there, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on, man. Like, Chairman 750 just had a kid. His wife's here as well. Dude, it's 3 hours after the event. And I didn't even know he was going to be here. And just like, yeah, Matt's speaking right now. I'm like, Rosa? He's like, yeah. I'm like, see, that's a lesson right there. Like, that could be the biggest lesson you get all weekend. The top pin rank in the company is sitting in a parking lot, and it's dark out, talking to you. After we did meetings all day in the back, you didn't see it. We were doing meetings all day in the back for the last 2 days. And he's still out here talking to you guys, man. Like that, like if you want the definition of leadership, you just got it.
Woo!
Right? It's incredible. So, and Jen told me y'all been here for like 3 hours, which is crazy. I'm sure some of y'all are hungry at this point, okay?
Yeah.
I had a little snack over there with the Canada-New Zealand team, so I'll keep it fairly brief. Listen, I've been doing this a long time, 13 years. I started at 21. Some of you guys might be 21. Some of you might be even younger than that. And I started just like you. I had 0 people. I had 0 connections. I don't come from a rich family. I never did that good in school. I was a college student when I got involved in network marketing. And I just had enough awareness to see something and say, you know what? If this guy can do it, so can I. And you should look at Matt. You should look at me. You should look at people like Jen and Liam and Laura and Dan Jukes and Loretta and all these amazing leaders, and say, yeah, it's great, it's awesome, it's phenomenal, P5s and Chairman 10s and Chairman 750s and Alex, but guess what? Man, they're human beings too. And it took me a long time to get there because I used to idolize people. I used to say, damn, it's so crazy, all the Tony Robbins and the Grant Cardones and all these people, and the Bob Proctors, right? And then I'm like, you know what? They got 2 arms and 2 legs. Just like me and just like you. The difference between me and you, honest to God, is time, energy, effort, and discipline. And I just told the New Zealand team over there, I said, listen, the truth is, and this goes for everybody around me, right here. If I said I was going to give you $500,000 US, February 15th, but you had to be a Chairman 10 in the back office. But I was going to give you $500,000. How many of you would do whatever it took?
Yes.
to go Chairman 10? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give that to you. My point is by you saying, yeah, I would do it. So my question is, why wouldn't you do it anyways? Like, what's my thing? My thing's always been like studying human behavior. I've been in 77 countries around the world. I worked with over 1 million people in 13 years. I'm telling you the truth. The people that win in this business, number one, they don't quit and they do something positive every day to build their business. Like if you say, Alex, how do I fail? You only fail 2 ways. By quitting or not doing anything. Y'all are already here. The event ended a long time ago. You're still here. You're recording this. You're taking notes. You're voice memo recording. Like, you're hungry. But here's the truth on network marketing. Guess what? How many of you raise your hand if this is your first ever big convention?
Me. Woo!
Okay? So statistically, here's the sad truth. Ready? Statistically, by Budapest, half of you already quit. You didn't just quit. You blamed your quitting on something else. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, training. Oh, I thought it was going to be easier. Oh, no one wants to do this. Oh, my broke cousin's wife said this is a scam. And you quit. You gave up. Half of you, and trust me when I say this, some of you will quit between now and Budapest. But this is my other message. Don't be one of the quitters. Be here 6 months from now. I told the Italy team after the event, I said, you know the best way to commit to, not me, not to the company, the best way to commit to yourself is you buy your hungry ticket, you buy it tonight or tomorrow.
Already done.
And if you're a leader, you buy 5, you buy 10. Well, Alex, why would I buy 15 tickets to the Budapest convention? Because, remember, I was mentored by the greatest mentor on the planet, Bob Proctor. This is what he taught me. He said you have to make room for the good you desire. So by you buying 10 tickets, you have now made room spiritually and physically for the good in which you desire. If I buy 50 tickets tonight, what am I going to go do when I go home to Kensington or London or wherever, Liverpool, bless you, wherever y'all come from, right? Slovenia, California. I'm going to make sure I go find, 50 people. I'm now forcing myself, I'm putting my butt on the line to make things happen. You know, some of you, you're not where you want to be today because you're way too comfortable back home. Yeah. And you let things distract you and detour you from where you want to go. Listen, a lot of you are young. I understand. When you're young, it's even harder to stay focused because a lot of your environments are other young people, and they're focused on things that lead them nowhere except probably poverty, in just stupidity. Like when I was 21, 22, I remember, you know, there was a point in my life I was drinking every night too. I was smoking funny stuff too. I was, you know, I'm married now, but I was doing other things too. Okay, like I understand. I get it. But around 22, 23, I said, you know what? If I continue down this path, I'm going to wake up at 30 and not have any money. I'm going to be pissed off at myself. I'm going to be probably a negative person because when you're not growing, automatically you're probably going to become a negative person. So I made a decision to cut out vices or distractions or negativity in my life. So for you to go from where you are to where you want to be, number one, you make a committed decision, and you can test yourself by purchasing your convention ticket. All right. Another thing you can do after you make your decision is you make a legitimate strategy and a plan of attack. You know, so many of us wake up and we're like, okay, I'm going to do IM today. Like, what does that mean? I'm going to build my business today. But what does that actually mean? Sitting on Instagram is not building your business. Don't confuse being busy with productivity, right? Like Chris Terry pays me and you for two things. Anybody know what those two things are? Enrolling customers, developing leaders, yeah, but I enroll customers, that's one way I get paid. What's the second way I get paid? Help customers get customers. That's it. You know, some of you had a tough time answering that question, which is okay, but now you know, okay, I'm paid for two things. Getting customers and helping customers go get more customers. Everything else is just everything else. Reading books. No. You don't get paid to read the books. It helps. Listening to podcasts. You don't get paid to listen to podcasts. There's people in network marketing that have read way more books than me. It doesn't mean they make more money than me. Make sense?
Yes.
Hey, you can solve your challenges in your business by one word, and that word is action. That is it. And when you study successful people, guys, they all take massive levels of action. You don't have to do it forever and ever and ever and ever, but for a season of your life, you're going to have to make this an obsession in your life. But the truth is, I know some of you are older than me. Some of you probably do have, you know, children and all that. We don't have kids yet, and I understand there's different obligations and responsibilities, but especially to you younger people that are not married and or have children, my question to you is, what are you doing that's better than becoming financially free? Maybe one of you have an answer for me, probably not. Well, you know, dude, your answer is invalid. Well, you know, you need to know. Because one day it will be more difficult to build this business when you have other things. Some of you live at home with mom and dad, which is a great thing. People don't know this. I had $1 million in a bank account, and I lived, quote unquote, at home. I left my clothes at my parents' house because I was on tour the whole year. So I said, why am I going to pay rent when I can just live at home and have my mom, you know, make me dinner? You know what I mean? Like, so what's my point? If your biggest audacious goal is P1000, then half the stuff I'm saying, you don't even have to listen to it. But if you're here 3 hours after the event, I'm greatly assuming Chairman 10 hopefully is the starting point of where you want to go. Like I knew Jim Bratch. I've known him for almost 10 years. Our first company, I don't know, maybe his highest month, he's here somewhere, but probably less than $2,000. Okay, so he worked for four or five years, making less than $2,000 a month. He was working at a hospital doing graveyard shifts. Even in IM, he worked, Jen, are you near me? How many years did it take you to go Chairman 10? 7 years. 98% of you would definitely, I might have quit. No, honestly, I might have been like, you know what, 5 years and I'm still, you know what, I don't know. 7 years. But is it worth it now? Yeah, I think so. I think so, right? So make a committed decision, number one. Number two, cut out the quote unquote, you heard it today, cut out the fat, the distractions in your life for a season of your life. And then number three, I would increase my awareness to understand, number one, the world is insane right now. You know, I'm going to be careful of the words I use because I know this is being recorded, but you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand what's going on the planet. And what how do I say this in a non-weird way? The people in power, what their plan is for you and your family. Okay? It's not, let's help them be rich and healthy. No, it's let's make them unhealthy and as poor as possible. That's the plan. Yeah. Whether you agree or not, I'm not here to convince you. At this point, you know, praise all the gods that you believe that statement. So now you're in a company, is one of the only saving factors you could take to save you and your family financially. Because when everything hits the fan really badly, which it probably will in 2024, it's an election year in America. Everyone knows every election year in America, they turn up the heat on all of us, all over the earth, right? Yeah. So when everything happens, which it will, 100%, are you going to be prepared to take care of you and your family financially? If you're sitting there like, damn, I'm getting a little scared right now, good. Let the fear actually drive you to be disciplined until the end of the year, right? It's already mid-September, man. The question is, your 2022, does it look very different than your 2023 so far? If it doesn't, be like, hey man, maybe I should commit and work the rest of September, October, November, December. Guys, when it's New Year's Eve, we're gonna be 6 weeks away from convention. Like, this is a quick turnaround. Budapest is right here. Yeah. Like, it's February 15th. Like, it's you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be like, oh, here we go, right? So the big thing I can tell you is, people think it takes so long to make a decision. It doesn't take that long to make a decision. People say, oh, it took me 5 years to quit smoking. No, it didn't. No, you thought about it for 5 years. It didn't take you 5 years to quit smoking. It's a dumb idea. You said, I'm stopping right now. You make a decision, how fast? Everybody snap on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how fast. Okay. I'm deciding to rank advance 3 times by Budapest, Hungary. And if I told you again, if I was going to give you $500,000 to do it, to go Chairman 10, there would be at least 30 of you that would go Chairman 10. You know why? Because you would give up sleep. You wouldn't go play racquetball and football with your homies 7 days a week. You wouldn't be at the pub. You wouldn't watch every Arsenal game. Like, I'm a big sports fan too. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, my family's a big sports family, but there was a season of my life where, dude, I didn't care. Like, at some point, you have to be sick and tired of wearing another man's name on the back of your shirt. No, I'm being honest. Like, Messi, dude. Okay, I live in the same building as Messi in Miami. We just bought a unit. I can basically knock on the dude's door. I don't care. I said, I'm done cheering and screaming for Liverpool, all this bullshit. I'm going to cheer for my own name. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? So, this may sound a little intense to you, but I'm the intense one. It is what it is, right? Love me, hate me. To me, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to give you the truth. And the truth is, unless you make a committed decision and turn up the heat in your life, you're not going to get to where you want to go. And you're seeing a lot of different, like, videos now. Like, people always ask me, what do you think about Andrew Tate and all this kind of stuff? And it's like, a lot of the messaging is pretty spot on in terms of taking care of you and your family, taking care of your health. You know, a lot of this, like, hardcore messaging, 20% of it's nonsense. Like, when they talk about the women stuff, I don't agree with any of that stuff, because lots of women make a ton of money in this company. This is true, right? Yes. But most of that, like, it's good. Like, it's good to have someone sometimes kick you in the butt and say, like, what are you doing? You know, you're 25 years old, and shit, you're not doing much, right? So, again, Budapest is coming up soon. Today was amazing. Tomorrow's gonna be even better. I can't tell you what you're gonna see on stage tomorrow, but even in the morning, you're gonna see some brand new announcements, some facelifts on certain things, new packages, new products. I mean, new everything, man. Like, it's gonna continue to get better and better and better. But again, you know, the old saying, nothing changes until you change. Like you're in a room with 6,000 people. The energy, the excitement, and the enthusiasm. Tomorrow you're gonna hear Matt Rosa give a keynote. I'm gonna be closing the event. You know, I'm gonna be up there. My voice is gonna be gone. I'm gonna be sweating everywhere, going crazy. Like, if you can't have a paradigm shift tomorrow, you should go to the doctor and say, Doc, something's wrong with me, man. Something's wrong with me, dude. And remember, I was you at one point too. I was in these. I told the story to the Italy team, man. My first convention, I tried to get to the front of the room, just like there's security here, and I was walking because they said there's breakfast. I didn't understand there was only breakfast for the six-figure earners, right? So I'm hungry. This is 2012, and the security guard basically like tackles me, and he's like, "Where do you think you're going?" I'm like, "I'm going to breakfast." He said, "What rank are you?" I said, "I'm this." He said, "Well, you're not this, so you don't get breakfast." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Breakfast is for these people." I was like, "Oh," and I said, "Next event, I'm getting breakfast." And guess what happened? I never missed another breakfast again. but again, you know, people like, oh, like trauma's bad, pain is bad. Sometimes that pain is what you can turn into positive motivation and inspiration. Like, you should think about the people that think you're crazy. Listen, I know some of your friends think you're crazy for doing this business. I know some of your family thinks you're crazy for being in Croatia right now. How many of you have someone in your family that thinks you're crazy for being here? Me too. Tens of millions later. I don't talk about my income and my numbers, but lots of money later. Oh, is Alex still doing that thing? I'm like, what? Yes, you know? So it's okay. But the truth is most people, they don't know that they don't know. Right. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It doesn't mean they don't love you. They just don't know. Like, if dad's worked 40 years at a job and he thinks you're crazy for doing something different, dad's not a bad person. He's just ignorant on making money and success. Make sense?
Yes.
Ignorance isn't even a bad thing. Ignorance means you don't know. I'm ignorant on speaking German. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I can't speak German. Somebody in your life thinks you're crazy for doing this business. Check their bank account. Check their car. Check their hey man, what's the last 3 family vacations you went on? Oh, we haven't taken one in 7 years. Okay. Well, now that your opinion now is invalid on what I'm doing in my life. Because here's the truth. This may sound a little negative, but it's actually positive. Me and you come into the world alone. Would you agree?
Yes.
When we leave the world, we're also going to leave what?
Alone.
Alone. That's the truth. So if you're not satisfied, happy, purpose-driven, it all goes back to happiness, by the way. It's all about happiness. You don't want to go Chairman 10. You think you want the Chairman 10 for the money, but you want it because that money's going to help you become happier because you're going to take away bills and pain in your family's lives. It's all about happiness at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
So do what you want to do. Don't let what's my point? Don't let the opinions of other people affect the way you live your life. And some of them have your same last name. Awesome, amazing, doesn't matter. You got to do what makes you happy. And I know there's at least some people, I'll be done soon. I'm about an hour late for the France one too, but it's okay. There's some people around here right now, you're like, I don't want to build, I just want to trade. This is my message to you, okay? Residual income is better than any other income. Christopher Terry built this company so you can go P1000 and then take $500 and put it into a trading account. That was the premise of this company. So by you only focusing on trading, you are going against the philosophy of the CEO of this company. If you want to continue to do that, we still love you and care about you, but don't be selfish, right? I have friends in Europe. My wife grew up in Sweden. She's like, there's people that went to school, got a good job. Even like the rich people now in some of these European countries, they're struggling financially. Like, I know families that they haven't eaten meat. I heard that. I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, what I mean is they don't purchase meat at the grocery store because it's so expensive now. And I hear that and I'm like, damn, man, it makes me mad that people can't even purchase meat because of this stupid thing called money, which they print, by the way. Your little euros and your pounds, it comes out of a printer. And then people have the audacity to tell me and you, money doesn't grow on trees. How many ever heard that? Money doesn't grow on trees. What is money? What is the euro made of?
Paper.
Where's paper come from? Trees. Interesting. So money grows on trees. Literally, and they print it. All right? So the fact that people struggle and have pain and get divorced over this fabricated idea of money, which is just stupid paper, that's what drives me to stand here at 9 o'clock at night talking to you. All right? Because I want you to take advantage of this opportunity the same way I did, the same way, Jen and Loretta and Liam and all these people did, and just be like, okay, I'm going to go win now. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I now know there's no security in jobs. If you think there's job security, you're delusional. Not to be funny, you're completely delusional. Now you have to ask yourself, can an AI robot do what I do at my job? If the answer is yes, you have 18 months, man. Oh, I don't think so. What don't you think about? What part don't you understand about that? There are already police robots in different parts of the world. I checked into a flight and there was no human. I stood in front of this box and it scanned my eyes and my ears and it knew who I was. I'm like, okay, this is crazy, right? So now we're dealing with the influx of AI and robotics that are entering the marketplace very, very soon. So now you have to ask yourself, okay, can I be replaced by a robot, man? Like this is happening. I'm not here to give you fear. I'm here to give you the truth because you probably watch way too much TV. You probably believe the BBC, which is a problem. I thought they told me the truth. Really? Did they the last 4 years? How much truth did they tell you?
None.
Dude, come on, man. I'm gonna stop there because this is being recorded. But my point is like some of y'all this weekend, you gotta wake up, man. You gotta wake up and understand reality. You have to understand the truth, and the truth is that this company is giving you and your family a real opportunity to win financially, take care of you, your cousins, your family, and be happy. And do the things you guys want to do. So I feel like that's probably good. You guys are probably hungry at this point, but I gotta say, tonight, don't go to bed until you get super clear on your goal for Budapest.
Yes.
All right. Like just know. And if you're saying, what do you mean? I'm just gonna tell you. Set a goal. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am. You pick the goal. P1, P2, Chairman 25, Chairman 100. I don't care what it is, but you got to get clear on where it is you're going. Because if not, you have no direction. If you get in your car today and you just start steering the wheel like this and hitting the gas and hitting the brake, but you have no clue where you're going, where are you going? You're going nowhere, fast. Right? You have to have a destination. Make sense?
Yes.
So find a destination tonight, and then tomorrow you're going to get all the strategy, all the blueprint, all the motivation you need to turn that goal on a piece of paper into a physical reality, all right, by February 15th. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.